So Claude Code makes building anything unbelievably easy, and you don't have to be a developer. Matter of fact, I'm not a developer, and I've spent way over 1,000 hours inside of Claude Code. And as you can see, I've built over 150 AI agents that run my entire life. And in the next 10 minutes, we're going to walk through 6 of the most important features inside of Claude Code, starting with getting it set up and going all the way through some of the really cool things that you can add on. So let's jump right in and start with one thing that everybody needs, and that is just getting set up. So there's 2 places you can use Claude Code. One, you can download the Claude app and you can use it right inside of there. Or 2, you can install it right inside of your terminal. Now, I'm going to show you both of these, but we're going to do almost everything today inside of the terminal, and that's because that is where all the cool stuff lives. Now, for the app, it's really easy to install. You're going to go to claude.com/download, and then you're going to grab the version that you need for your computer, and you're just going to install it like you would install any other software onto your device. And that's it. It's going to ask you for your login, and you're good to go. Now, for the terminal, it's also easy, but you're going to go to this website right here, and you're going to see native setup. Now, this is the one that I recommend, but I'm on a Mac. So I'm going to copy this command right here. I'm going to go to the terminal and paste it in and then click enter. Now, there is one really important thing that we need to keep in mind here. Before we start Claude, you're going to want to make sure that you're in the folder that you actually want to work in. Now, for me, I made a folder on my desktop. I called it demo. So I'm going to go back into the terminal and I'm going to navigate to that folder. And then all I have to do is type in the word Claude and hit enter. And as you can see, it opens up. Now, since this is your first time through, it's going to ask you a couple questions. It's going to ask you things like, do you want dark mode or do you want light mode? And then it's going to ask you the single most important question that Claude will ever ask you. And that is, do you want to use your Claude subscription or do you want to use API billing? Now, if you have a Claude subscription, that's the one you want to use. And yes, you do need one to use Claude Code. So they start at $20 for Claude Pro. And then there's also 2 other max plans. One is $100. The other one's $200, with the $200 one giving you 20 times more usage than the Claude Pro plan. So let's get to another important feature here, which is feature number 2, and that is permissions and plan mode. So take a look at the very bottom of the screen here. By default, Claude is in the mode where it's going to ask you before it does anything. Now, if I hit Shift Tab, it's going to flip over to accept edits. If I click Shift Tab again, it's going to go to plan mode. And then one more time, it's going to go to auto mode. Now, these 4 modes are going to let you decide on how much Claude has access to and what it can do on its own. So let's jump in and take a look at a real job that I can give it. So I'm going to say something like, I want you to create a desktop app that turns any document into a PDF, just this 1 sentence prompt here. And I'm going to click enter. And what you're going to notice is that every action it has to take, it's going to stop and it's going to ask you first. Just like this, it's asking if it can run a command. Now, I can say yes, or I can say yes and don't ask me for this type of thing again. And then while you're in this session, it will honor that. But it's going to keep checking on every single step. And that way, you know what Claude is about to do. Now, it is the safest way to run it. May not be the most efficient, but it is the safest. Now, if I hit Shift Tab 2 more times and go to auto mode and then say continue, it is going to build this entire desktop app for us without asking me any other questions. Now, I do recommend you look at Claude's privacy and security pages because it does talk about some dangers that are out there. But even if you're using auto mode, there still are guardrails that Claude has built in. So it's not going to accidentally delete all of your files or download malware or something like that, right? Now, this just adds another layer of that security or permissions piece. And I think it's really important because you do have complete control on how much Claude does on its own. But I feel like we can make this a whole lot better. And that's because we're going to move to important feature number 3, which is /commands. So if you type in /, you're going to get a whole list of shortcuts that tell Claude to do a specific thing. And if you go here, you can see all of them in one place. Now, I use /commands every single day. Every project that I do, I'm using a /command. And of course, I have my favorites here that I'll tell you about. And my number 1 /command is /goal. Now, if you type in /goal and then tell Claude what you want, Claude is going to continue to work until it completes that task for you. Matter of fact, it has a checker at the end to make sure that that task is actually complete and up to your standards. So it is perfect for bigger builds, but I pretty much use it for everything, to be honest. And when you are building something big, you don't have to just sit there and wait for something to get done before you ask Claude another question. Another favorite /command I have is /BTW, which stands for by the way. Now, when you type in /BTW and ask a question. Instead of interrupting Claude or interrupting the build, you're almost tapping Claude on the shoulder to ask it a quick question while it continues to work. And when you do that, it is going to give you an answer, but it's not going to stop working on the bigger project. And speaking of, by the way, if you do like this video, please do me a favor and hit subscribe and like the video. It really does help out the channel and something that I really appreciate. But back to Claude Code here. Now, there are a couple more slash commands that I use quite a bit. There is /model. /model is where you can pick the model that you're running, whether that's Fable or Opus or Sonnet. And then there's /context, which is going to show you how much of Claude's memory you've used up to this point. And keep that in mind because we are going to talk about that next. But let's jump into feature number 4, which is context and CLAUDE.md. So let's take a look at that /context command one more time and see exactly what it's showing us. Now, Claude Code has a memory for all of your projects, and it's called the context window. And all it is how much Claude can hold in its head at one time. And what the / command shows you is it's showing you how full it actually is. So if you're in a long session, it's going to fill up, and those older details that you gave it will start to fall away. But attached to this is a file called CLAUDE.md. Now, this is the most important file in any project. Now, it's just a plain notes file that sits in your folder, but Claude is going to read this automatically every single time you open up your session. And the things that you put in there are things that you're just tired of repeating. It could be things like you're telling Claude that this is a personal project, or you're not a developer, or the most important one, which is always ask before you delete anything. So this file is super important, but the good news is it's really easy to set up. And the easiest way to do it is by typing in /init. INIT. And what that does is Claude is going to read through your entire project. It's going to figure out everything that you've been working on, and it's going to write that file for you. So now, instead of re-explaining your project on every single session, Claude's going to already know exactly what's going on. And that's going to take us to important feature number 5, which is skills. Okay, so this is where Claude Code becomes the most productive tool that you'll ever use. And that is something I promise you, because it has something called skills. Now, skills are really easy to mix up with / commands, but there is a real difference here. A / command is a shortcut for one quick action or one quick thing that you're going to ask it to do. A skill is a whole job that you can teach Claude Code one time, and then it can do that entire thing later from start to finish without you having to do anything. Now, I'll show you an example here. Now, this is a very simple one, but I think it gets the point across. So my desktop is always a disaster. After I'm done working on a project, there usually are files everywhere. That's on me. But I did teach Claude something. I taught Claude a skill that cleans up my desktop and takes all of my files, not my folders, but all of my files, and moves them into a new folder with today's date. It seems simple, but it saves a lot of time. Now, when you tell Claude to do this, it's going to create that skill for you. Now, you can make it into a / command and always call it if you want to by clicking / and whatever you ended up calling it, or you can just tell it to run the skill. But take a look. Now, I have tons of files on my desktop. I run this clean desktop skill, and it's going to grab all the files, and it's going to move them into the folder and label it with today's date, just like we ask. And that takes us to the last feature, which lets Claude reach out to any of your other apps, and that is MCP. Now, MCP stands for Model Context Protocol, and you never need to remember that if you don't want to. The only thing you need to remember is that it's the most powerful tool that Claude offers. And what it does is it takes Claude Code and it allows it to connect to all of your other apps. So instead of just working inside of your folder, it can reach out to the tools that you're already using. And for example, I've already connected mine to Canva and to Gmail, to Google Drive, to Google Calendar, to Higgsfield. So let me give you an example on how this works. So we know that Claude doesn't create images or videos by itself, but Higgsfield does. And since I already have that connector, that MCP, I can just say, use Higgsfield to make a video of me and my dog hiking. Claude is going to reach out to Higgsfield on its own, and just in a few minutes, it's going to create the video. Now, the power of that is that I didn't have to open up any app. I didn't have to open up Higgsfield. I didn't have to copy and paste between windows. I just asked and I knew what to do. Now, connecting a new MCP is actually really easy. So there's a lot of places out there that would give you their MCP address. You could use it that way, but Claude's smart. You can just say, hey, I want you to connect me to Notion as an example. Well, it's going to do the research on how to connect to Notion via the MCP. And then when it does, it's going to install it, and then it's going to hand me a link to approve in my browser. And that is why this is so powerful. So that is 95% of Claude Code. Now, you don't have to do all 6 of those today. You can just pick 1 or 2 if you want to, but try to build something with it. Build it tonight. And if you like this video or you thought it was helpful, please subscribe and like the video. It's the best way to support the channel. And I will see you in the next one.